just lead me to despair. The hills of forest green where the mountains touch the sky, a dream come true. I live there till I die. I'm asking you to say my last goodbye. The love we knew ain't worth another try.
First up on today's show, Josh Keefe will catch them all up on what's been going on with Pokemon.
Then we have Harrison Lawton to help sort out the confusion around Tom Brady's retirement.
And to close out the show, Zach Clayton recaps the water main break that happened last week.
All that and more coming up on Flyer News.
We said crazy things like I refuse to look back thinking days were better just because of younger days. I don't know what's round the corner, way I feel right now, I swear will never change. Back when we were kids, swore we will never die.
Good morning, Flyers. Today is a day 2 with periods running CADGF. I'm Jake Cahn.
And I'm Chloe Mills. In the last couple days, there have been lots of rumors regarding former New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady.
Personally, I was getting a lot of mixed messages, especially on social media.
Yeah, and to clear up the situation for us, we have Harrison Lawton.
You know, I'm sick of all of these videos talking about politics or Tom Brady or something people just are not interested in. You know what some people are interested in? Pokemon. Let's talk about it.
So are you wearing a t-shirt?
Pokemon Legends Arceus is the newest release to the Pokemon franchise, released on January 28, 2022. With so much to talk over the game's release, did it really live up to the hype? I have recently beat the game as of February 1st, so let me inform you, I find this game fun. Pokemon Legends Arceus is a whole new take on a Pokemon game. Instead of beating the 8 gyms and defeating the Elite Four and claiming your title as champion of that region, in this game, your main objective? Completing the first Pokedex ever. Your character falls from the sky, and everybody in Jubilife Village does not want you there. But after you do some hard work helping the Hisui region with their big problem and gain their trust while completing the first Pokedex as the first step to make humans and Pokemon live in harmony. Now, did I find this game enjoyable? Certainly. It was such a relief seeing a new take on Pokemon, and I highly recommend the game if you're looking for a good story. This has got it. The graphics are basically the same as Sword and Shield, but that's not the main focus here. New gameplay mechanics are all new throwing Pokeballs depending on the ball you're using and its weight. It's hard to get used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it's just amazing. Honestly, this game blew me away, and I can't recommend it more. That's all I got for me today. I'm Joshua Keefe reporting for Flyer News. Now, let's take it right back to the desk.
Well, that was not Tom Brady, but that was quite a flashback for me. Back in my day, there was a lot of Pokemon trading that went on the playgrounds of Potter Road Elementary.
You know, I can hook you up with my Potter Road Pokemon card dealer. He only meets buyers at the zip line after sunset.
You should please send me the info on that.
I will do. And here we now have Harrison instead of Josh.
This past Saturday, Adam Schefter of ESPN tweeted around 2:30 p.m. about Tom Brady's retirement after his 22nd season in the NFL. But it came out a few hours later that Brady was not actually retiring, according to his father, Tom Brady Sr., and Bucs head coach Bruce Arians, and that Tom is yet to make up his mind. Brady's agent, Donald Yee, further confirmed the false rumors by saying that Tom is still waiting to announce anything, and that Tom will be the only person who will announce anything. Many people are now calling Schefter wrong and a liar, but there is a chance that he was right and leaked it a bit too early. Many people are now questioning if Tom Brady has played his last game in the NFL or if he will return next season. And with that, back to the desk.
Yesterday, Punxsutawney Phil officially decreed that there will be 6 more long months of winter and snow. That's right, the Gobbler's Knob resident in Punxsutawney did in fact see his shadow. However, for summer folks, this weather forecast from our furry friend may not factually foreshadow the fearful frigid temperatures he foments. For the last 10 years, Punxsutawney Phil has only come through with accurate weather 40% of the time. I think our weather boy Brian can probably do better than this mistake-prone marmot. He at least makes more puns than Phil. Also, if you're watching this, I've been repeating the same shoulder square for the past 3 weeks. I'm trapped in the same day.
For the last week of December, South Australia generated 100% of its power demand from wind and solar energy. This isn't unheard of, but rather the first time it's happened for so many days in a row. Over that period, the contribution from natural gas averaged just 114 megawatts. The territory is populated by about 1.7 million people, mostly centered around the coast and in Adelaide, the capital city. The conditions for solar and wind energy has allowed the renewable energy market to flourish, highlighted by the fact that in the same period of last year, 142% of needs were met. Just a few weeks ago, there was a water main break right outside of Framingham High School, releasing most juniors and seniors from their classes early.
There have been several other main breaks recently because of cold weather.
And in other news, the local Dunkin' Donuts had a sales high in the very same day.
What a funny coincidence.
I know, right? With more on the story, we have Flyer News correspondent Zach Clayton.
On January 26th, a water main break occurred at the entrance to Framingham High School. This resulted in an early dismissal for students who drive to school, as well as a traffic reroute on A Street. This occurrence was one of multiple that occurred across the city that day. The city water main is responsible for transporting drinking water to schools, homes, and businesses. Large changes in temperature often result in sections of the water main breaking, which is most likely the cause of the incident that occurred that day. I interviewed Scott Penrod, the Director of Safety and Security for the Framingham Public School District, about why it is difficult to repair these water main breaks.
Yes, there's a water main break. The water main's about 12 feet down. So they're actually, you have to backhoe it first, and then there's actually people in the hole to fix the actual leak. Nothing went wrong. It just happens wear and tear of the main water line. It broke. So it takes a lot of equipment to get down deep where the break is, and then it takes people to actually get into the hole to fix it. This is the first water main break we've had this season at any of the schools.
The break was repaired after a few hours of hard work, and Framingham High School ran normally the next day. A big thank you for all those who worked so hard to repair the water main break as quickly as possible. This has been Zachary Clayton reporting for Flyer News, and let's take it back to the desk.
Unfortunately, that's all we have for today's episode of Flyer News. You can rewatch this broadcast again at 5 and 7 o'clock on channels 8 Comcast, 15 RCN, or 41 Verizon Fios.
Or watch this and other broadcasts under the FEC TV tab on the school's website or on our YouTube channel.
But stay where you are for an all-new episode of The Early Bird coming up next. For Flyer News, I'm Chloe Mills.
And I'm Jake Cahn. Have a beautiful day, Flyers.
Sunshine, can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Guess I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun, you best walk her away and watch it shine.